Breaking news! The wide receiver situation in Pittsburgh has gotten even more intriguing, and not in the way many fans expected. With George Pickens gone, new names are starting to emerge. Some of them exciting, some controversial, and some downright confusing. We don't know exactly what's going to happen yet, but fans are hoping this season will be better than last. I would love to see the Steelers in the Super Bowl, but we know it's a very challenging goal. I believe we can get there, but some serious changes need to be made. If you're a true Steelers fan and you really want to see this team in the Super Bowl, hit that like button hard. If you want, comment like this: "Go Steelers! Give us a Super Bowl as a gift." That would be a great gift, my friends. Now, let's get to the point. The Steelers' search for a new wide receiver to pair with DK Metcalf in this 2025 offense has yielded a list of candidates who are turning heads for a variety of reasons. First on the radar, Jameson Williams of the Detroit Lions. Now that name carries weight, not only because of his undeniable speed and playmaking ability, but also because of the experience that comes with it. Williams, a former 12th overall pick in 2022, is coming off a breakout season in which he racked up more than 1,000 yards and emerged as a deep threat for Amon-Ra St. Brown in Detroit. But here's the controversy. Why replace George Pickens, often labeled a problem child, with another receiver who's faced multiple suspensions for both PED use and gambling? It's a move that would draw scrutiny from fans and analysts alike. Still, the potential upside is hard to ignore. Williams is only 24, has elite separation ability, and Detroit has limited depth behind him. But here's the catch. Detroit likely won't even consider trading him. He's still on a rookie deal, and the Lions are gunning for a Super Bowl. Unless the Steelers offer a massive draft package, this one feels like more of a dream than a reality. Then comes the name Quentin Johnston from the Los Angeles Chargers. This one's a bit more grounded in reality and possibly within reach. Johnston was a first-rounder in 2023, standing at a towering 6'4" and weighing 215 pounds. He had 700-plus yards and 8 touchdowns last season, and while his hands have been inconsistent and his contested catchability suspect, there's no denying the raw tools. He's young, fast, and dangerous after the catch, something the Steelers' offense has sorely lacked. The drop issues are real. The inability to win 50-50th balls is a concern. But what if the Steelers could mold him into a reliable option with the right coaching and usage? And for a 5th-round pick, that's the current price tag being floated. This might be one of the most intriguing bargain options available. Johnston's upside could outweigh his drawbacks, especially with DK Metcalf drawing the primary defensive attention. Next up, Jalen Polk from New England. Drafted at the top of the 2nd round in 2024, Polk had a very underwhelming rookie year. Just 12 catches for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's not the kind of production that justifies giving up even a late-round pick. While he brings decent size and still has 3 years left on his rookie deal, there's little evidence to suggest he's better than what the Steelers already have in Calvin Austin III or rookie Roman Wilson. Frankly, it feels like a waste of resources to pursue him, even in a depth role. And then there's Trey Palmer, the speedster from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Clocking in with 4.33 speed, he's built to burn defenses deep. But there's a redundancy problem here. Palmer's skill set is almost identical to Calvin Austin III. Both are vertical threats, both can stretch the field, and both are better suited as WR3 types. The Steelers don't need more of the same. They need a route-running technician or a physical possession receiver who complements DK Metcalf's profile, not another track star.
However, there's an interesting pivot that might make more sense. Jalen McMillan, also from Tampa, is drawing some subtle buzz. Unlike Palmer, McMillan's game is built around short and intermediate route precision. He's fluid, over 6 feet tall, and showed flashes when given the opportunity, especially when Chris Godwin was sidelined. He does have drop issues and isn't the most physical presence, but his route running could be exactly what Pittsburgh needs to move the chains consistently. Looking at the Buccaneers' current wide receiver depth, Chris Godwin, Micah Egbuka, and Trey Palmer, it seems plausible that McMillan might be the odd man out. That could make him a realistic and valuable trade target if Pittsburgh is willing to move decisively. So the question becomes, which direction should the Steelers go? Do they swing for the fences with a high-risk, high-reward talent like Jameson Williams or Quentin Johnston? Or do they play it smart and targeted with someone like Jalen McMillan? Each route tells a different story about where the team is headed offensively and what kind of culture they want to build. And here's where we stop for now. What do you think, Steelers Nation? Would you roll the dice on one of these receivers? Which one excites you the most, or concerns you the most, as a potential trade target? If the Steelers truly want to reshape their identity on offense this year, the wide receiver decision they're facing right now could end up defining the entire season. The 4 names laid out: Jameson Williams, Quentin Johnston, Jalen Polk, and Trey Palmer, with the added intrigue of Jalen McMillan. Each present unique dynamics that could either elevate this offense or drag it into further inconsistency. Let's start with the realistic versus the ideal. Jameson Williams is the dream acquisition on paper: elite speed, a breakout season with over 1,000 yards, and the ability to stretch defenses like few others can. But the suspension history, maturity concerns, and Detroit's current win-now mindset make him an unlikely get, unless the Steelers offer something like a second-round pick or better, and even then, Detroit might still pass. It's hard to picture him in black and gold this year. Still, fans can't help but wonder, what if? On the other end of the spectrum, Jalen Polk feels like a fallback plan that doesn't really solve anything. His rookie year production was forgettable, and there's no standout trait that separates him from existing Steelers depth options. Trading for Polk would almost feel like a team treading water, making a move just to say they did. In a receiver room that already lacks proven high-end depth behind Metcalf, that's not a direction this front office can afford to take. Then there's Quentin Johnston, maybe the most polarizing name on the list. On one hand, his combination of size and athleticism is exactly what the Steelers have lacked. He's the kind of receiver you can scheme around, someone who can be dangerous on screens, slants, and drag routes. But that inconsistency, those untimely drops, the inability to dominate despite his physical gifts, it all makes this feel like a roll of the dice. Still, when you remember he's only 23, has multiple years left on a rookie contract, and still posted 700-plus yards and 8 touchdowns last season, there's value here. If Pittsburgh can land him for a 5th-round pick, this could be the type of under-the-radar move that pays off big. Trey Palmer, while exciting, doesn't fit the Steelers' current needs. Yes, the 4.33 speed is tempting, and yes, he can run away from defenders. But again, so can Calvin Austin III. And while Palmer is a bit bigger and more durable, he doesn't solve the need for a consistent route runner who can make tough catches in traffic or move the sticks on third and medium. That's why the real surprise dark horse here might be Jalen McMillan. McMillan brings something the others don't: refinement. He may not be the flashiest receiver, but he's smart in his routes, slippery in the short game, and has already proven he can step up when given targets. In Tampa, he was overshadowed by bigger names like Godwin and the newly drafted Mika Egbuka. That makes him expendable. And with Pittsburgh's need for a clean route technician to offset Metcalf's aggressive style and Calvin Austin's speed, McMillan could be the perfect fit. He won't come with the drama of Jameson Williams or the inconsistencies of Johnston, and he might not even cost more than a mid to late round pick. That brings us to the big picture. Who is the WR2 in Pittsburgh going to be? If the Steelers really are moving on from George Pickens, that role becomes critical. DK Metcalf is the WR1, the physical enforcer and vertical threat. The WR2 needs to be someone who can win one-on-one matchups, run crisp routes, and be a reliable target on third downs. So here's the decision, Steelers Nation: go for the high-ceiling talent like Quentin Johnston or Jameson Williams and hope coaching unlocks their potential? Or play it smarter, more tactical, and target someone like McMillan who fits the scheme and could become a reliable WR2 without the baggage? Let us know your take down in the comments.